So made the trade for Kyrie last year, right? Did not make the playoffs. Re-signed Kyrie. So you know you had this issue coming into the season with these two guards and the defensive issues. So why are they still struggling to compete?
Because they don't play defense.
Okay, but why? So
somebody gonna have to be held accountable.
It's Jason Kidd.
Who's
and
then who's
is it him or is it
he ain't picking the team?
I'm about to say he ain't the one picking the players.
Coach.
But he's not picking
He
the
ain't picking
team.
the roster though.
He's not a defensive-minded coach.
He was a defensive player.
He's not
first team
But look,
defense. He was elite defense.
He was a defensive-minded player. But he's not a defensive-minded coach.
Says who?
Says his record and his defensive rating. For the last 3 years he's been in Dallas, they've been terrible.
The players.
Well, yeah, I mean,
What are you teaching them defensively that they not getting?
Okay, so now
JB Bickerstaff was not a player. They got one of the best defenses.
Because the players.
OKC. They coach they never played. They got one of the best Why do they got good defense?
Okay, hold on. So
and Dallas don't.
So if they make a trade and Draymond Green gets there, Drew Holiday gets there, and just them two, they become a better defensive team, right?
No.
Why not?
Because they're still going to be playing the same defensive strategies. They're still going to be doing the same concepts.
Says who?
Says the coach. Says the coach.
You have two defensive players on there now that helps the defense.
That helps them individually.
Right, okay,
they're going to pick up the slack individually.
You add AD on there. That's 3 players now that's just defensive minded. That cleans up everything.
It don't necessarily. Especially if your principles on defense is not to the liking of how they play defense.
you think it's a philosophy thing?
It's definitely a philosophy thing.
You think so?
No.
100%.
If you don't have,
If you're not holding niggas accountable, they go into a zone a lot. Just because they don't want to play defense one-on-one.
Is it because they don't want to or they can't?
Can't.
Which one is it?
This year we're going to definitely have an answer.
Last
can't answer that yet,
Last
but
year we seen it
it's
too. It's like
looking-
last year they couldn't guard a goddamn chair. So now it's like, what are you doing? What's your principles? Do you have schemes?
What you think?
Are you just relying on one-on-one defense?
Is it because they can't or because of
what
philosophy?
I'm saying is we're questioning a guy whose whole life was defense. Yeah. So his principle is defense. Right? That's his principle.
Remember what you said about New Jersey?
If he don't have
who
the
did he
player,
have back there?
Kenyon and all them.
Okay, so I can
individually, no one was going past J. Kidd.
He had the quickest hands in the game.
Yeah, quickest hands, quickest feet.
How many all defensive did Jason Kidd make?
I don't know, but
So we can only say that Jason Kidd was a great defender
he was
based
first
on
team.
if we liked him or not. You can say, oh yeah, J. Kidd, because I watch him, he played defense. It's like,
You wasn't like J. Kidd picked up full court. You wasn't
I'm about to say,
remember,
before he got to...
Think about it. If I'm the second, I was one of the tallest and strongest in the position. The only nigga who outstronged me and was taller was him. Everybody else was lunch meat. He was the only one that kept me out of the lane.
J. Kidd was not being sent and sicked on other people, like sick him.
Yeah, he was.
No, he wasn't.
He had to guard Kobe.
But he wasn't being, hey, J. Kidd, we need you to go. No.
Yeah, he was. He guarded everybody.
No way. That wasn't his reputation. J. Kidd was a passer.
J. Kidd
nine-time all defense.
Yeah.
He was a passer.
9-time all defense.
He's a
in what era too?
Yeah.
He's a triple-double threat. Yeah.
But so why is it not translating?
Because they don't have the players.
Sometimes players don't translate. Sometimes.
Is it the coaching? So is it the coaching?
I don't know.
All right.
I think
Let me know.
What I'm saying is,
I'm looking at the
think about it.
9-time all defense.
He's not.
And then you got a point guard that don't play no fucking defense.
So who picked?
Did he play defense before he got here?
2 point guards that don't play no fucking defense.
Did he pick them?
Did he pick those players?
You got them. It ain't about who you pick, nigga. You got them. Teach them something.
I'm gonna teach them something that they ain't done their whole life.
I'm a teacher. That's why you got the coach.
That's like him trying to teach people how to pass the ball. That's not. He can't. If he can't pass, he can't pass.
I can teach you how to see.
No, you can't.
Open your eyes. See this. Hey, running down fast break. Look at this. Look at you looking over there. Look this way. You ain't even seeing it. He right there.
Yeah, I can't.
This is what I used to see.
You can't do it.
See what I see.
You can't.
Hey, look, defensively.
You can't see what
when
I
I'm
see.
guarding the top, push over the top of the screen. Stay connected to the ball handler.
I'm gonna put
Get over top.
That's the players, man.
The players got to hold their.
I don't give a fuck. You can. Hey, my coach could be Jason Kidd, Steve Nash, John Stockton. It could be the 1, 2, and 3. I know one thing they ain't gonna have me doing: passing that rock.
And they all great assists.
The great assist guys. I remember when Coach Jason Kidd, he coached Mike Bibby and them, and when I had the offense, I don't do that. That's not what I do, right? This offense got to be tweaked for me. This is what I do. So unless you're gonna replace me and we're gonna swap it out, you have to create the offense that I know how to play. So, so Eddie's offense had to be tweaked for the guys he has today. That's just how it is. Like, he don't have guys that are locked down defenders like he was. So it's now he's trying to.
Luka got to have an attitude where I got to be solid on defense at least. He has to. If he wants to win. All the greats had to sacrifice.
Last question for you guys on this topic. So Luka, the star player of this team, did not make the playoffs last season. Right now they're in the A spot. Like I said, they
won't make that shit this year either.
So let's look forward to the future. How much blame does Luka deserve for the Mavs not being able to get it done this year? And if they do not make the playoffs in back-to-back seasons, what do you expect to happen in Dallas?
Hold him accountable the way we hold the other greats accountable.
He ain't no great yet.
That ain't what I'm hearing out here in these streets.
He ain't no great. You're not gonna blame the players.
No.
If you're not gonna hold them accountable, who are you gonna hold?
You gotta.
The people who's.
The coach.
No, the people. There's two people that don't make no decisions on the people that come there. The player or the coach.
That's the whole point of basketball.
No.
You got the hand and you were dealt. Here, we're playing poker. You get one chance to trade out your hand.
If we don't make it to the playoff this year, we're going to have to kind of lower him on the totem pole.
But Luka said he's been vocal about personnel decisions. He's starting to get more vocal as the leader.
A guy who just turned 25 less than 2 weeks ago.
Right.
You telling him he know what it is to win?
He don't know since he was 16.
Yeah, but he ain't never won.
I don't want to hear all them fucking excuses. Nigga, you know how to play defense. Play defense. Because over there in Europe,
he didn't play defense. No, he didn't.
You had to.
You think he just?
You know why?
He had a level.
The style of play that they played with over there.
You could play over there, though,
but you had to play D.
EuroLeague champion, EuroLeague MVP before coming to the.
Was he a EuroLeague Defensive Player of the Year?
No, they team was like that though.
Their team played
team defense.
Yeah, hey.
So now he don't have to do that no more. Because ain't nobody gonna say nothing if I don't play no defense.
Nah, in Europe they'll take him out.
Out.
Yeah.
But we are in the beautiful nation, United States of America.
Hold him accountable.
His team, man, like y'all are draft. Like, think about it, man. He at home during the draft. He over where he's at during the draft, and those are the people they picking. Luka, what do you think about this? I don't fucking know. The fuck do I know? I didn't watch like tell me, how many times have you gone into the draft and you knew who we was picking?
If you a student of the game, you're supposed to.
Nobody.
You're supposed to.
You're
supposed to.
Who you
Especially
want
if you care about the organization and the team that you're going to have.
He's 24. No.
100%. The top players is looking like, hey, who we got? Who's that? Who the fuck is this?
Yeah, that's
Hey, man.
Who the fuck is this?
Why y'all pick him? Why y'all ain't pick him?
After.
This the guy. Why you?
Say it again.
Conversation.
Why did you pick him? That means you already picked him. That means he already on your team. That starting motherfucker already on your team.
Too late.
Too late.
It's too late.
Listen.
Right? You think Kobe picked the players that he wanted on that team during the draft?
Don't matter.
It do.
We're hoopers. So you get the team that you got with the players you got.
And what happened?
Accountability.
They last place.
Accountability.
They last place. They made no playoff because this is the group they got.
Are you going to play defense or not, bro? Are you going to lead by example or not, bro?
Want me to tell you how sorry teams are? If your best player is averaging 35, 34, 33, that lets you know how good the rest of your team is if they got to average. Like, people don't take that in consideration. When you're averaging, if you got a player that's averaging 36, 35, 34, how good is the rest of the players that he can't even delegate to them? When Kobe was averaging 35, how did that team look? When he won those 2 championships, how much did he average then? When he got Paul Gasol and all them, what does his average look like then? Because he had better players around him. So he don't have to average 35 or 36 points a game. So the fact that Luka's averaging 34, it lets you know what he really has on the roster.
Kobe's still playing defense. And
When?
it would never be an excuse. It was never an excuse for Kobe.
Yeah, his defense was great when I gave his ass 60.
I'm not going to play no defense.
That defense was amazing.
It was just like Sengun's 45.
And he made all teams.
It was just like Sengun's 45. 45. One time. That was one time. One time in history. One time in history.
Sengun? Yeah,
No, the
Sengun.
60. One time.
All right.
On Kobe.
All right, let's say-
one time. So you can say he played defense bad one time, but that nigga showed up every night. Then he wanted to guard your ass because you was high and he knew how dangerous you was. That's what we talk about.
Attitude.
We're not talking about the excuse.
You're not gonna shut everybody down.
You're not gonna shut everybody down.
Let me take, okay, so I'm gonna take the 60 out.
Yeah, 45 another time.
Let me take the 60 out. Doop. And then my average against him, 33 points.
Okay, that's great.
Without the 60?
And that's still just one guy, right? We're not talking about the whole league.
Well,
We're not talking about regular niggas like me going by Luka every hey, lunch meat, come here, Luka. I'm gonna have 30 tonight because it's Luka. I'm not doing that against Kobe. Like, come over here, Kobe.
No chance.
Nah, it's another long night.
Come on over here.
It's a long night.
LeBron James, come on over
It's a
here.
long night.
But that's the difference. I knew this thing. This was my understanding of defense, right? Whoever the best defensive player is on a team, I want him. The reason I want him is the best defensive player has no help.
Most times, yeah.
Most times. The weakest defensive player, what?
Always have to have.
Always has to have help. So if I'm going to go against the worst defensive player, everyone's in position to help him. No one's ever in position to help the best player. So therefore, once I get past the best player, no one's ready to help. So I'm going to go at Clay, not Curry. Because if I'm going at Curry, Draymond, Clay is ready to help. If I have Clay, nobody's in position to help.
But that's what good defensive teams do.
So
they don't send the best defender at you. They send the subpar guy on you, and they let the lurker, the Mike back, the middle guy. Hey, listen, we got your help, bro. We know it's gonna be a long night, but listen, make everything tough. And once he get past you, our second line of defense is gonna be there every time.
In the fourth quarter, you put the
best guy on him. Now we're gonna wore you down a little bit.
I want the best. That's why I said I don't want Rip Hamilton. I'm gonna just go at Chauncey.
But
why Dallas can't figure this out?
Because the defense is not designed to help Chauncey Billups. The team defense is designed to help
the others.
Rip.
But we got Tayshaun. Tayshaun, when it get
I'm gonna go at Tayshaun. But I'm gonna go at
Tayshaun. For both of y'all, we send Tayshaun out there and we say, hey, Rasheed and Ben, you help Tay as much as you can.
They're not gonna help Tay. See,
but they will if they have to.
Go get some 3-and-D.
We will see.
They might need
Man,
to go
first of all,
get some,
they power. They had a power forward that was 6'4". Let's just be honest.
Used to.
Like if you want to help Luka on defense, you need to start getting the back line and look like 7'5", 7'3", 7'2".
They've been trying to get Euros back there. They got Matt Kleber and
what's so funny is when
they just ain't got guys.
When Unicorn was back there, it didn't look like his defense was that bad, right?
It was.
Unicorn will clean some stuff up.
Clean.
But they had him stretched out because remember back then he was the only 5 and they was pushing him out.
I don't know. Luka's defense. No, Luka's defense didn't look that bad when he had him and who else was back there? Chandler Chester back there. Nobody questioned his defense.
That was the old Tyson.
I know, but what I'm saying, his defense didn't. His defense wasn't questioned out.
Yeah.
His team is so small.
It wasn't as low as Josiah just read. That defense wasn't that low, right?
Well, and think about it too. It was his first 2 years in the league. He was still actually trying to prove that he could play in the league. So he was actually playing some defense a little bit. Now he's gotten comfortable.
Who?
Very comfortable.
Luka. He's gotten very comfortable.
When I look at defense, man, it ain't about a player. It's about what does the team defense look like?
So
are you even capable?
That's what he was saying the whole time.
No, I'm talking about the people on the court. What is the people on the court? If your back line is 6'4", 6'5", you're not stopping me. Like if I'm going down the lane and I'm looking at
tallest guy 6'6".
Yeah, 6 guy. What do you do when I'm jumping? I learned that from who made me learn? LeBron James made me learn that in the playoffs.
But that's not their
right. LeBron James made me learn that in the playoffs and after the series. When I'm looking back at tape and I'm like, how the fuck did they beat us? In game 1, what I learned was this: when LeBron wanted to come in the lane, he gave his coach that look. They sub out Elgauskas.
And y'all sub out.
And we sub out our big man. Now LeBron James is the biggest dude on the court, and him and Larry Hughes is hitting that rim. Because when they jumped, Michael Ruffin back there, 6'8", 6'7", he ain't big enough to guard them. And I realized that was going on, that he wanted us to remove all the bigs so he can come in there and he's the biggest dude in the game.
The sub was Vrajal.
No, Vrajal was the 4.
He subbed in for Gauskas.
No, sometimes. And then, but we said when Vrajal went out, we put in Michael Ruffin, and we got smaller. And I was like, and then he just coming in there at Willie. Nobody can block his shot. Like, fuck.
Dallas, get taller. Dallas need to get taller. Get some more athletic defenders.
They think offensively. Mark Cuban is thinking too offensively all the time. You hear Mark Cuban, he's thinking too offensively.
That's because Luka's good for business.
Yeah. Luka's great for business. We will see how the Mavs play out.
Luka the Don.
Let's
take that 53.
Let's keep this thing moving to the East Coast.
Luka start playing. Hey, Luka get that 4th foul, you be like this.
For sure.
Stop.
That ain't what we pay you for.
Let's move this over
we ain't paying you to play no defense.